up, everybody? Team Fanatic here. Hope you all are having a fantastic day and welcome to another post-game reaction. In this one, I am continuing my coverage of my boys of gold, Nashville SC. We've been playing a lot, like very frequent, like every 3 or 4 days, it feels like. But hey, I don't mind it because we are here, and you know what? We're not talking about a loss, which you got to take the blessings. I'm going to take the blessings with it. For this match, Nashville SC and the Columbus Crew. A great match ends in a 2-2 draw. Now, I'm not going to sugarcoat this at all, because I know that the Crew fans, some of them might be watching this, and I bet some of them might be thinking, oh, what's he going to say? Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Let's hear how your Nashville SC team is so great and how you guys played a great match. Okay. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. This could have easily been a match where we could have lost and lost badly. And for a Nashville fan, look, that is rough to say. That's a tough pill for me to swallow. But stats speak for themselves. I'm a realist when I'm looking at just everything. And I see the stats for this match and I'm like, dang, Columbus, y'all almost had us. I'll talk more about my thoughts on this result later, but coming into this match, we got two clubs, Nashville SC and the Columbus Crew. Two clubs on, I think, two very different paths. For the Crew, I'm not going to say that they've fallen, certainly not that. I like to think it's maybe more of a stumble or a slip for Columbus. I mean, they have been hit with the injury bug quite a bit this season. That's definitely a contributing factor. It has to be in their recent results, winless in their last 4. So 3 changes from their last match against Charlotte, including Nico Hagen in goal. Now again, with the Crew being pretty beat up in terms of health this year, they still have some regulars that can still hold it down, including Diego Rossi, 7 goals and 3 assists this season for him. Sadly, that stat went up in this match, but I will give the man credit. I mean, I think he has really thrived since Cucho has been hurt, which for the Crew, that's obviously great, but I still had faith that my boys of gold were going to shut him down and the Crew down. For Nashville SC, unbeaten in our last 8 matches, 6-0-2 record in that span. Just 2 changes for us, however. Mr. Hot Feet, Sam Surridge, still leading the charge, still leading the attack. And you know what? We didn't even have to wait long. Less than 90 seconds in. Great ball by Yazbek into the box. Finds Sam Surridge with an easy chip in. And just like that, it is 1-0 to the boys in gold. I mean, look, I have to be honest. I was a little bit shocked. Just a tad bit. Because Sam, I mean, he was wide open. Wide open. I was shocked that the Crew just let him just go in like that. But hey, I will take it. Perfect start for the boys in gold. Now, even though that this was, some would say, a perfect start for Nashville SC, I think it was still important for us to be disciplined in this match. Because 2 things. One, it's only a 1-goal game, at that point. Number 2 is Wilfred Nancy. This guy, he is a champion. He has proven himself as one of the best, if not the best, coaches in the entire MLS. And he will not be rattled at all. His club will not be rattled. That was proof. They were not rattled by us having this great start in a very short period of time. And you know what? I was thinking about this before this match. Because Wilfred Nancy, it's, for me, it's tough to pick that guy's brain. When I watch Crew matches, I'm like, what does he do? What is the strategy? What does he tell his guys? Well, I like to think I have just a little bit of insight to Nancy's successful strategy. To sum it up, I think he makes his Crew players basically play keep away from the other club and they just pass the ball around. But what I think that does is that it loathes opposing teams' backlines to sleep. And then just when you're not looking, just when you think you got them, just all of a sudden, a long ball will come in, and then their attackers will finish in stride. I still wanted us to be just aggressive in our own 18 and get those clears. Unfortunately, for the first half, like a lot of things that we did, honestly, it was very uncharacteristic. There were some very uncharacteristic things that we did in this first half. Our long balls weren't there. I thought our passes in the attacking half weren't as crisp. And if memory serves, if I'm thinking about me watching that first half, I was like, is Nahar gonna cross the midfield? I don't think he even crossed the midfield at all since we got that opening goal within 90 seconds. I mean, those are fundamentals. That's what Coach BJ, that's what he teaches our guys. That's what we thrive on. But we took the lead to the locker room, and if you're Wilfred Nancy, you're like, what more do I have to do? If you're Daniel Gastag, you're really like, what do I have to do? I mean, Columbus, again, not sugarcoating it here. Look at the stats. They dominated the possession and the shots in the first half and couldn't come up with anything. But based on those stats, again, with the Crew dominating a lot of that first half, it seemed like only a matter of time before they would eventually level this match. And they did just that. 69th minute, Morata running toward the box with speed. Willis, he does make the initial save, but he's down. And Palacios, what the heck, dude? Why would you just not even jog, just literally just stand there and let Rossi fire this thing in? Palacios, come on. Don't do this to me, man. Don't do it, okay? Don't go to sleep, okay? It's not time to go to bed. It's not that late. We're not on the West Coast. It's not time to go to bed. But this is what it was about the Crew. They're so good at this. Just playing keep away and making you think that, they're not going to get anything off of this. They're just passing the ball around. They're just, there's no way they're going to get anything from it. And then all of a sudden, bam, you're down. Well, in this case, actually, the match was level, but it honestly felt like we were down because we were doing, at this point, the first half was pretty crappy. Besides the goal, the first half was pretty crappy for us, for me to watch. In the second half, it felt like we were doing a little bit better in terms of the possession, but this is dang rough. It's rough, man. Rough to concede a goal like this. Again, uncharacteristic from the boys in gold. However, what's been a common theme for us throughout the year, and especially through our recent matches, it is the theme that when our opponent scores, we know how to respond, and respond we did. 78th minute, Sam Sturridge with a quick throw in to Jacob Schaffelberg, who just fights off Cambost with just everything that... Okay, I didn't even notice this, but my Tennessee Vols, this thing, my little wood thing here, just I don't know if it was about to fall off, but okay, that's, you know what, as a sports fan, that's kind of scary, because I'm superstitious like that. Okay, alright, let's continue. Let's talk about some good stuff. Sturridge with a quick throw in to Jacob Schaffelberg, who just fights off Campos with everything that he has. He finds Hani Mukhtar, and he scores for us now to retake the lead. And again, this has been the Nashville formula. This is what we have been doing throughout our recent matches, is that we respond greatly. I love it, especially when it results in points. Now, we could have gotten more points in this match, but here it is. All right, let's address it. Come on now. The dreaded own goal. 81st minute. Crew are pressing again. Gazdak, he goes wide for Edmondson. He shoots. And then Palacios. Again. He just... You know what? On an own goal like this, Like, I know that Palacios, like, I know that his intentions were good and well, but it still doesn't change the fact that the ball, it deflected in off of his foot. And the crew will take it. Like, they'll take it any way that they can get it. They level the match. And for Palacios, I think this had to be one of his rougher matches in a while. Not in terms of, like, I'll say, like, not in the terms of defending as a whole, but in those, like, just little moments. Like, that's just what got him here. Palacios, bro, okay, I'm just saying this, okay? I'm a little mad, but I'm gonna let it slide because we did get points. But Palacios, bro, like, you got to be more aggressive in the penalty area. Don't get a penalty. That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. But I want you, Palacios, if you are watching this, if that's possible, we need you to be more aggressive and not just, like, have good clearing attempts and not make them so flimsy. But I'm not going to be a negative Nancy. I'm going to try not to. Because, again, points are points. Our unbeaten streak continues. And I will say this also about our second half performance. Because, again, that first half was pretty rough to watch. Like, after that Surridge goal, it was just all crew after that. And Columbus, they could have easily scored on a lot of those chances that they got. I will say in the second half, again, I think the possession was better for us. Obviously, we had better chances because we did score. And you know what? That's a quality of our club that I like. Like, I would rather be a club that has a slow start but ends a match great rather than be a club that starts a match off hot and then just completely chokes in the end. LA Galaxy. Sorry about that. The allergies. But the point being, this was a hard-earned win for the boys in gold. Overall, this was a solid performance by us. There are some things that I still would like for us to clean up, but again, like, points are points. We're still gaining some ground, a lot of ground in the standings. I think we're currently in third in the East, which that feels pretty darn good. So hopefully we can just keep this up. Thankfully, we are going back home on Saturday to face NYC FC, so that should be a great match. So, boys in gold, let's lock it down. But fans, that is going to do it for this post-game reaction. Thank you all so much for watching. If you all enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, and you can join our Fanatic Army. And a hearty salute to all of you as always, and I hope that all of you have a fantastic day. Go, boys and gold!